life into something that you can never own.
Hello, Pisces. Here's your reading for January 29th through about February 4th. These are general. Take what works, and what doesn't work just doesn't work for you. And if you find this reading at a later date, there may be something in it for you. But let's see what the cards have to say. I need 3 cards for my Pisces, please. 3 cards. More. Okay, hold on. This one came and it was this one too. What is challenging my Pisces this week? Oh, this came up. And what is your recommendations for my Pisces? In your recent past position, you have the 5 of Cups. In your current energy, you have the 7 of Pentacles. In your near future, you have the World. Your challenge for the week is the Ace of Swords in reverse. And what is recommended for you is the King of Cups. Okay, so the 5 of Cups indicates that you've come off of, or you've had some type of disappointment. This card represents being very upset. You're very disappointed about something. You're very sad about something. Something did not go right. And I don't want to say you're fixated on it, but it was something that your heart really wanted and it didn't work out and you're very, very upset. But this always reminds you that you have other things going on in your life that is good, but you're at the moment, or you were very upset about a situation or someone or something that just, it didn't pan out the way you wanted it to happen. But in your current energies is the 7 of Pentacles. And this card represents working towards something. It's slow progress. And it's all about kind of staying patient. You know, you're putting your energies towards something more practical, I would say, or you're working towards something. And to me, this card always represents like a bigger goal where it does take time to achieve, but you're diligent with it. But this card, when I get this card, it often says, is there a way that around like taking some type of shortcut sometimes that could help speed the process up? But to me, this card is always positive. It's just reminding you that you have to have patience. Whatever the situation is, it takes time. You are seeing some progress from it. There's some growth, but it's slow growing. It's slow growing, but it always indicates that you're putting care and time into something. You're pouring energy into something to try to get it to move forward in the future. And the World card is coming in for you in your near future, which represents completion, like you completed a cycle. You've achieved something. You're able to finish one thing, and now, as the tarot goes, you get to the World, you finish it, and now you move back onto the Fool's journey because you open the new door for something else. But what is challenging you this week is the Ace of Swords in reverse. And this could indicate like creative blocks. It could indicate problems with communication, problems with kind of generating new ideas and feeling a little bit stuck but blocked mentally. So I wonder if whatever the 5 of Cups had represented for you in the past, whatever this upset or this hurt, I think to me this is saying that it's kind of it's creeping into your current 7 of Pentacles moment right here, because the 7 of Pentacles, it is about the slow progress. It's a slow going situation, but it's going well, but it's just slow. And I think sometimes, I know for myself, when I get this and I'm diligently working at something, I'm like, oh, why is it going so slow? I start to get into a little bit of a funk with it. I start to be like, oh, maybe it's not going to work out. Because, I want things now. I want them to happen yesterday. But things don't work out like that. It's a process. Patience is key. I'm learning that. I'm trying. But I think you have to have patience with something. But I feel like sometimes in this state, even though you see progress, it's just going very slowly, that it could get in your head that, oh, maybe it's never going to work out. Maybe it's not going to happen. Maybe it won't, I can't do this or something. So I feel like you're having some creative blocks that could have stemmed from your Five of Cups, your disappointment moment, seeping into your current Seven of Pentacles, slow progress towards whatever this represents for you. You're having these blocks like, oh, it's not going quickly. It's not happening in the timeline I would like it to happen. So I think that's your challenge, is to overcome this and just continue to move forward. And what is recommended for you is the King of Cups. And in this reading, to me, he's very in control of his emotions. Like, that's what really stands out here to me. Like, he's very, very in control of his emotions. He's mastered his emotions. And I feel like here with the Five of Cups energy of having this disappointment, this grief, this sadness, I think currently you need to master your emotions regarding the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, your challenge, this blockage challenge. I think you need to kind of overcome your emotions in a sense, put them to the side, because sometimes he could appear cold-hearted to people, and it's not that he's cold-hearted, it's just, or not even cold-hearted, but just non-emotional. And it's not that he's non-emotional, but he's mastered his emotions to such a core, such a deep level, that they don't cloud his judgment. They're not actually affecting him when he decides, or if he's dealing with a situation. He has the emotions, he feels them, but he's overcome, he's mastered them, where it's not like bogging his mind down, you know? So he's thinking more clearly. And I think this is saying to you that this week, if you're experiencing these blockages, these feeling like you can't communicate, or things are not quite going well, you're not having new ideas, or kind of getting in your head a little bit of maybe this isn't going to work, because this to me could also indicate this could indicate like a new project or new task you're doing. And the Ace of Swords is always about new thoughts. So maybe you're kind of now doubting yourself a little bit with, oh, was this even a good idea? But I think the King of Cups is saying that you need to master your emotions. Do not let your emotions taint your progress with this, or taint the situation. Because I think sometimes logically, whatever this represents, it could be beneficial for you. Because to me, I always see the Seven of Pentacles as a really, really positive card. Yes, to me, it could indicate, is there maybe more of an efficient way to do something to get results a little quicker? But I always see it as a positive card. But I feel like if you are able to control your emotions this week, you're going to get to your world. The world is all about success. It's about completing a cycle. It's about achieving something. And you know what? The world coming in, this could even be like you've mastered yourself in a sense. Or like, let's say regarding this situation, if you feel like you're getting in your head that maybe this is not going to work out, and if you kind of overcome that feeling and be like, regardless of my emotions at this moment, I'm still trying this. I'm still going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go for, let's say, I'll try it out for a full year. I'll go from January to December, or January to January, and I'm going to give it a whole year. And at the end of the year, then I'll come back and I will assess, should I continue at that point? Then to me, that would be saying, well, the world is saying that you've kind of completed a cycle, in a sense of maybe you start something and you get really excited, but then some regret or some situation from the past creeps back in, and then it derails you. So to me, this would be saying that you've completed the lesson, in a sense of sorry, Jesse says hello, and he's messing around with the cat. You've completed the cycle. You've completed the cycle of, what was I saying? Now I forgot what I was saying. Let me shut the door. Hold on. These two. It's always something with these guys. Okay. I need to get my train of thought again. Sorry, Pisces. He was sleeping and he was being quiet, and then all of a sudden... They're funny, though. They chase each other around. They're really good friends, and I'm really happy about it. I got very lucky with these two. I got very, very blessed. And he's a Pisces, too, so his birthday's coming up. But anyway, I feel like this could indicate that you could have completed, with the King of Cups, mastering certain aspects of yourself that are going to help you continue forward in the future on a different journey. life is all about lessons. Life is all about kind of learning about ourselves. So even if in the future you don't think that you've completed or reached a world period, these world cards can always indicate like even you leveling up in a sense within yourself or overcoming some struggle or obstacle that you may have experienced in the past. And now it's not bogging you down anymore going forward. So, okay, let's see what other cards we have for you. Time for a beginner mind, porcupine spirit. Oh, look how cute he is. He has little feathers on him and everything. Okay, sorry. As you're right, get laser focused. Okay, come on, cards. Okay, launch that one. Ooh, stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Oh. Okay. And you have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay. So, porcupine spirit, time for a beginner mind. And now, a beginner mind, to me, I think that's kind of going with the world a little bit. And even the Seven of Pentacles. The world is all about completing a cycle. So then once you complete something, you're off to the next thing. So then again, you have a beginner mind. But I feel like coming off of the Five of Cups, sometimes this energy or these situations, they really leave like an imprint, or I call it the residue, the scum on our minds or on our beings. It's just, it's kind of, it lingers. It's something sometimes you can't just scrub off easily. It's like a mold that like gets so deep rooted in our brains. And it's a ghost that haunts us constantly. Like if something didn't go right in the past or some situation happened, it was negative, you're unhappy, sometimes certain ones we can't shake them. Regardless of how we try to do something different, it just like, it's sucked to us. It's stuck on our brains or stuck on us. So I think sometimes with this beginner mind coming here with whatever this represents for you, I think you need to kind of let go of certain situations. And that's not easy. Sometimes you're never going to let something go. It's just, but you have to figure out a way. Like the King of Cups, there's things that he probably will never be able to let go fully. And if he thinks about them, he'll always have some heartbreak or heartache. But he's not allowing that to influence his decisions and actions currently because he's mastered his emotions. Like he's mastered having those feelings. He knows those happened in the past. Yes, he's still upset, but at the same time, he's now focusing on the future and he's focusing on what he can do today to make tomorrow better. And he doesn't allow things from the past, the mold. He's controlled the mold. He doesn't allow the mold on his brain to get out of control and influence his actions going forward or today and going forward. So I think having a beginner mind, it's almost like you have to reset yourself. It's like a phone or a computer. If you have a virus or something on the computer, you have to reformat it. You have to start clean. Like everything that the computer has done beforehand, it got out of control. The programs are running slower. Everything's a disaster. You have pop-ups all over the place. I don't know if it's like it once was, but back in the day, it was just, everything was a disaster. But you reformat it, you reset it and everything, you start fresh, the computer's running okay again. Sometimes we have to do that with ourselves. And obviously it's not that simple, but we have to figure out how can we do that? How can we compartmentalize certain things where they stay in a little compartment in our brains, but they don't overrun our whole thought process. They stay in that compartment. We know it's there. There's a drawer we can always open if we want to take a look or deal with it again, but we don't allow it to completely go haywire, run haywire in our minds, and allow it to affect or taint our present and our future. And it's extremely hard. Like, I think that's part of the reason why some of us are here, is to deal with some of these type of things or try to figure this out. And I think this is one of those life lessons that we're potentially could be trying to figure out for the rest of our lives, you know? But I think this porcupine spirit's here to tell you for time for a beginner mind. It's almost like time to reset your brain, reset your emotions, reset things, and whatever, because I really kind of feel like this Ace of Swords in reverse, I think this could represent, even with the Seven of Pentacles, something that you're still starting or trying out. And I think this is saying that you need to try it out fresh. Try it out with all the hopes and the desires and everything, but don't allow nastiness from the past to taint it. And this could represent a relationship for you. It could represent anything. It's just something that you need to just focus on this one thing, but don't allow other things to kind of make a mess of it within yourself. So Azurite, get laser focus. And this is saying just focus, you know, just stay focused. Don't focus on the past. And a lot of times this laser focus means like you focus on the present. So, because she's focusing on the past and she's not seeing the present, you know, she's focusing on these cups had been spilt. They're already spilt. She's focusing on that, but she's not actually focusing on the mostly full bottle of wine over here. You know, the lobster, there's a cat, there's bread. I don't know what those other things are, but they look good. There's some grapes. It looks like French fries there, but I don't think they're French fries, but whatever. There's something else there. There's probably dessert on the other end of the table too. There's probably a nice cake. She's not focusing on that. She's only focusing on what had happened, what has passed, these spilt cups. So I think this is saying that there's other positive things that you need to focus on. And so yeah, so when you see the bigger picture, sometimes it's easier, but it's hard in the moment. Like, I know, trust me, I know. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Now, I wonder if for some of you, this could represent being stabbed in the back. Now, when you're stabbed in the back, in a sense, it doesn't necessarily mean it had to be a friend or a lover. It could be just a situation that you felt betrayed by. Anything. It could be anything. So, but I definitely feel like this is coming from the Five of Cups. You felt some type of betrayal in a way, or something. You really wanted something or was trying for something and you felt betrayed by a situation. And sometimes those really cut us deeper, and then they kind of influence aspects of ourselves going forward. But new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And I really feel like now this could indicate a person, or it could just indicate a situation. You know, we're all different. And I really feel like kind of the Ace of Swords in the upright, it's kind of about having a clarity, kind of like a new idea, kind of be like, oh, you know, an aha moment. And the Seven of Pentacles is definitely working on something. So I wonder if this process here indicates that you've come off of this upsetness, this sad times, but something has kind of awoken in you and you want to try something different, or it could even be like dating somebody new, just whatever represents for you, but it has stirred your feelings. But then this would be indicating that do not let the stuff from the past taint, you know, just focus on this new thing now and just start afresh with it, start new, just reset everything and just come at it with like a fresh perspective and a new mind in a way, because I think you're going to have a happy times ahead. The World is a great card. It's about completion. It's about kind of feeling success, kind of having a victory, or just feeling like you're whole in a sense. So I definitely think there's positivity coming in for you, but you just need to kind of overcome and master certain aspects that might be bogging you down. Okay, let's see what other quotes we get for you. Okay, Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. And this is so fitting because I feel like whatever betrayal, whatever stabbed in the backness that you've had, or deception or heartbreak you went through, that might have been your rock bottom. And honestly, throughout life, we hit rock bottom how many times? Like it's a thing. So, but this past rock bottom for you, it's always a cycle. You're always up and then you're down. So, but this could have been something that you felt was really, really something bad. So this is just saying rebuild. But when you hit the rock bottom, you have to start new. So when you start rebuilding, you have to have like the beginner mind be like, okay, I'm going to start again. I got to rebuild this and I'm going to rebuild better. So just because you went through a trying period or a tricky period, you can overcome that and you can kind of, better days are ahead. And definitely with the world, I think better days are ahead. I just think you need to kind of work on them and just master certain aspects. So, okay, let's see what Spirit of the Dish we get for you. Oh, you got two, so you will take both of these. You have the Fountain, which is the fountain soda, and the Sweet Holy One, which is the chocolate glazed donut, or any glazed donut, the donut of your choice. Okay, and you have for your dinner and a movie, you have seafood and thriller movies. The energies that these could represent people you're dealing with or energies you have to be aware of or tap into is Taurus. And this is about love, money, powers of attraction. And they're very kind of stable. They could be a little bit fixed and a little bit stubborn, but they're kind of, I would say it's more of a long haul type of thing. They kind of set their minds on something and that's what they're setting their minds on. And you also have Cancer, which is about emotions and habits. You have the Moon, which is also about emotions and habits. So definitely your emotions and your habits are something that you have to kind of focus on. And then you have Saturn, which is about restrictions, responsibilities, and life lessons. You have the third house, which represents communication, intellect, communities, and relationship. And you have the 10th house, which represents social status, career, and aspirations. You have O, C, V, P, P, T, 756. And you have faith. And this, I believe, you have to have faith in yourself. And sometimes you have to have faith in something larger than you. If you can't have faith in yourself, you need to have faith in your spirit guides or whoever you believe in or whatever, you know, it could be the tree down the street. You just have to have, sometimes you have to, if you can't have faith in your own self, you need to have faith that somebody or something is kind of in your corner and helping you. And sometimes that just really helps with your soul in a sense. It kind of helps you get through a tough time. So, okay, let's see what charming guy we get for you. Oh, this one was sneaking out. And you got the cherries. Now, the cherries always, to me, they're like a fun kind of, they're fun. I'm wondering if this is saying, for some of you, if whatever you're doing, because to me, there's like the two cherries, right? So they're little buddies that you might have found your other cherry in this situation. Like whatever you're doing currently could be really mesh or paired well for you because the cherries, like they're paired well together because they're together. So this could be something that's really paired well for you, or this could indicate that if you have a friend or someone that just really meshes with you, maybe spend some time with them, because I feel like sometimes I get this cherries is just like, okay, if you're having a moment, go do something fun, go spend time with a friend or somebody who's fun, somebody that always, every time you're around, they like uplift you. They're your other half of the cherry. So I think sometimes this is kind of being like, have a little fun, help you get out of your mind a little bit. And yeah, or that this situation, whatever you're doing now, is kind of paired very well for you. It's going to be a great match, like a perfect match in a sense. Okay. Now, it is time. Think of your questions, Pisces, and here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Pisces' question? It says, ask again later. So I think the 8 ball is saying that things are still up in the air. I think your actions are really going to be what determines the answer to that question. And it doesn't know. It might be something that's still a little bit, there's some moving pieces still kind of moving around, So, okay. But the 8 ball, it has spoken. It's still up in the air, or it says ask again later. Okay. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.